inspired. I'm inspired.
Hey there guys, how's it going? My name is Sumit Chatterjee from the Flow Zone Academy, and I'm a flow state coach, which means that I help you feel better and perform better. In this video today, I'll be explaining how to get high naturally, or how to get into an altered state without using drugs. Of course, there's lots of bad side effects to drugs. We don't want to do drugs and get into that headspace where we get addicted to a drug. Understand that the main neurotransmitter associated with a drug is dopamine, right? And understand also that the flow state is the most addictive state on the planet. Now, scientists don't like to use that term, so they use the term autotelic, which means it's self-driven, it's a reward by itself. So actually, the flow state is the best drug, okay? It's the best drug that you can give yourself. Now, what are some ways that you get into flow state? Well, this is what I've been talking about in all my videos, right? Basically, this is a very interesting topic, but I know that Josh asked me very specifically whether I have any techniques to reach that altered state or to get high without actually taking drugs, and that's a very valid question, so I'm going to go into that a little bit. So one of the things that I have noticed have helped me specifically reach that zone or that altered state, or you could say like a quasi-mystical, very trippy, psychedelic type of state, is a couple of things, okay? One is a state of deep, deep trance or meditation in water, okay? So I've noticed that as I'm in a pool or as I'm in maybe a bathtub, I don't have a bathtub here, but whenever I get the chance to be around a body of water, or when I go to the beach or something, I'll just be there in the water meditating, okay? Now, water does something to us that's very wild, okay? Now, of course, there's things like float tanks and things like that, too, isolation tanks. I haven't specifically tried that myself, so I can't speak and talk about it, but I can kind of imagine how it would be like in terms of shutting off all the senses and really getting to that altered state, okay? Secondly, breath work is incredibly crucial. I'm sure you've heard of Wim Hof, okay? I don't need to cover this again. There's many channels talking about breath work and different aspects of breath work. Of course, I do use a lot of breath work in the Flow Zone Academy as well. It's great for a tune-up, and it's a great gateway towards meditation if your mind is too overly racing. So the ones that get you into that, whoa, man, that state, Wim Hof, holotropic breath work, DMT breathing, okay? DMT breathing and Wim Hof kind of go hand in hand. I would even say fire breath, right? Breath of fire gets you to feel that very amped up state of like adrenaline and like the feeling like something's about to go down, right? The next one is binaural beats, okay? As a binaural beat maker and a connoisseur of the brainwave entrainment arts, I have to say, okay, digital drugs, okay, audio frequencies, okay, specifically ones that get you into different states. So I'm sure you can like tap into a lot of these things. Like, I don't condone this because again, it's experimentation for the mind, and I've been through that past. I've done these things before. However, don't overdo it. We don't know how good it is for us to really start to change our brain chemistry as well as, take these neurotransmitters. Now, these binaural makers say that there's no side effects, but obviously watch out for them. And always slow down if you find that it's going too far. Or if it doesn't hit you well enough, you got to listen to maybe a subliminal booster or something like that to make it more impactful for you. So you can type in like THC binaural, right? You can type in Adderall binaural. You can type in acid LSD binaural. You can type in ayahuasca binaural, DMT binaural. You can type in all of these and just get that little crux of experience from the sound file itself. And of course, make your room entirely dark. Okay, entirely dark. Lie down in a meditative state. Listen to this. Really, really get to, of course, drink lots of water beforehand and after. Yeah, try them out. There are many different channels. I know Digital Doser, iDozer is one of them that does it very professionally, and you can buy some of those sounds off of the iDozer app. You know, when I said breath work, I like to hold my breath and then move around as my breath is held, because what it does is it gets all the blood moving and like going to these different areas of stuckness, and then I let it go with one side. So I'll give you an example. So you want to basically move with all of the edges of your body to let go of the tension. So you want to inhale, hold, and exhale. Okay? I feel the buzz throughout my entire body. So if you're looking for more of a somatic feeling of that, that's a really great one. Specifically also ecstatic dance, okay? It has the word ecstatic in it, from ecstasy or ecstasis, which means going beyond yourself, okay? So having ego death, having near-death experience, having moments of out-of-body, right? OBE, they call it. Having these experiences gets you to experience that altered state. You want to reach that Gnostic state, right? Gnosis is the experiential wisdom of an awakened consciousness. It's the experiential self-knowledge, basically. You see, the main difference between success and failure is perception. Okay? So when you can change your perception about something, it can really help you. Okay? Set the intention. You know what I do? Before I drink water, I give it an intention. I'm like, this water is going to feel good, right? I charge it up with some crystals. I speak into the cup. It's weird, but it works. Try this out. So I'm sure there's lots of other ones that you know common to you, like yoga, like extreme sports where the adrenaline, like bungee jumping and like these extreme adventure sports that get you into the flow state. Of course, like surfing, kayaking, all this kind of stuff, right? I've also experimented a little bit with animal flow. Animal flow is also incredible. You can look it up. Animal flow really helps you to tap into that, just that primal self. In the 21st century, we aren't made to move like, we aren't supposed to be in cubicles and sedentary and living like that, right? We're meant to be animals. Like, in our genetic code, we are animals. So when we start moving like animals, it starts to just change the shape of our body, change the shape of our mind, in a sense. And by shape of the mind, I mean the way that it functions, right? The neuroplasticity changes, and we get those new neural connections. And it really starts to get you feel very elated and being tapped in, as I like to call it. In the Lion's Den process, we call it tapped in. Like, you're tapped into the beast process. I'm doing the beast process as well right now, which is calisthenic workouts. And I like to switch up the calisthenic workouts with yoga, right? So I'll do some push-ups, and then I'll do like a child's pose, and then go back to the push-ups, and then I'll do like a cobra. And I'll go back to the push-ups, diamond style, and then I'll go like maybe just get up, warrior pose for a bit. I will switch up, I will make the yoga the transition between the movements and the reps. Try this out. I mean, this is yin-yang, balance. The S curve, which is the flow state, right, of the yin-yang. Like, that's what you want to get to, right? You want to add discipline and surrender to it. Both smacking into each other at once, action and awareness merging, and really getting to that space where you can really, really start to understand yourself better. I've also noticed certain spices in cooking. Like, I'm here in India, okay? There's certain spices here, certain chilies, and I love chilies as a way to get me, quote-unquote, elated, or that feeling of risk and danger, and like just the taste of, like, of course I'm Indian, right? I can handle my level of spice very high. My threshold for spice is very high. However, yeah, just experiment with different types of foods from different exotic cuisines, like from different places. Don't stick to the same old cuisine, because there's cuisine from so many different parts of the world. You know what I mean? That's bound to get you elated because your taste buds aren't used to that. So you're going to taste something from another culture. You're going to go, whoa, what is this? This is amazing, that feeling. So you want to engage all your senses. Okay, really practice engaging all of your senses. That's what's going to help you get into that high state of mind without drugs, okay? So, I hope this video helps you out today. Okay, let me know how this goes. Have an amazing day. May the flow be with you and stay legendary.